have to say my favorite memory would be
I was one of the people who did the announcements and
the first football game, because during that time we were all still new to like everything.
There were times where we would mess up and then we would laugh at each other.
So everyone was still learning their parts and what they had to do, and it wouldn't have been possible without how many supportive people and just encouraging and wonderful people that we all had working together.
And I would have Chloe on my left, who would be holding the mic, and Alex on my right. And while I'm reading in the corner of my eye, I can see Chloe laughing, and it just makes me laugh. And then we'd all start laughing, and we'd have to take like a minute to recover from that.
All of us working as one big family, I guess you could say, to just help and just better each other.
And then to continue the announcements. But just like moments like those where we just bust out laughing during the announcements was funny because the whole school could hear you.
And then another favorite part of that is hearing the crowds in the stands just cheer, and being able to look up at the jumbotron and be like, oh wow, my son just got a really wonderful touchdown, or wow, my son's friend just tackled somebody, and I can see it right there. Because I know that without us, a lot of people wouldn't be able to see the action and wouldn't be able to like see things. And for them to look at the jumbotron and not even like have a second thought about it, just looking at it, knowing that it's showing the field, that's an amazing feeling to just provide for so many wonderful people.
I feel like for me, Panther TV really just became a place of like security and where I had control. But I went in. I always make jokes, like I went in just because Dr. Bland told me that I was going to be the prettiest person in the class, which he lied, which I'm not mad about.
We had the karaoke day on the day before Christmas break, because watching Cole and Fletcher trying to sing was hilarious.
But I really learned how to do things I didn't know how to do, and I figured out that I'm a lot more capable of things than I thought I was, and I learned how to make friends with people I didn't really think I was able to make friends with. Shout out to Fletcher.
But to be honest, like, I loved everything we did in Panther TV because it has some great people in it who are almost as cool as me.
But you really become so close with people, and then something big happens and they're all gone, and you just realize, and you're reflecting off of the year about like how much fun you had and you didn't even know you were having fun.
And because we get to share what's going on in a way that's more fun than like a normal news station would be able to.
I just wish that I could go back and like take mental pictures of literally everything we did, because it was such a crazy ride and so intense all the time.
Being able to work with everybody in our class and everything, they're all a bunch of fun, and I just love working with everybody. I don't know. We all just do really stupid stuff in our downtime. That's the best part of that class by far.
And it's like getting to make content with your best friends is like all anybody could ask for. It's just complete creative freedom to express yourself and live in the moment whatever way you want to.
Also, working with the football games, having that like massive production around you, it's very at first it was very, challenging. Not very challenging, it was just overwhelming, but eventually you get into a groove and you know what you're doing. It's a lot of fun being able to ride everybody with that big screen for the football games.
And I think that I could never thank the people in Panther Media, my crew, everybody that's been involved, like enough, especially Nico, my favorite senior that's going to be leaving. But it's like I haven't had such a big group of best friends that I felt so open to.
My favorite moment would probably have to be media prom.
Have to be media prom.
I think another one of my favorite moments was doing the prom video.
Where we all dressed up in fancy clothes and got recorded dancing around and doing scenes from Footloose for the video for prom.
Just being able to dress up and dance and just be myself with all my friends was so much fun.
Even though we didn't really end up having prom, but it was still fun to see all the girls and guys get dressed up, so.
And I love producing Panther TV because of all the things that I got to learn and of all the friendships that I made. We're all just learning and just trying to make it through together. And I'm just so glad to be a part of this wonderful class.
From the moment I joined, from my training to our very first news show, I have just loved it every second of being a part of Panther News.
It was fun to be a part of Panther TV this year. I'm always loving being part of what y'all see on the big screen at like football games and what y'all see what we put on Twitter.
I will forever cherish my memories that I've made this year and all the wonderful people I've met.
My favorite part about doing Panther Media this year had to be doing the announcements with Alex and Haley. The reason why I say this is because we would mess up and we would laugh about it on mic and the whole school would hear.
From every football game to every coach's show, being able to experience this year has just been amazing.
And my friends would send me videos of us laughing or of us messing up because they knew it was going to happen. Or they would see us in the hallway and ask, what the heck happened during announcements that was so funny? And then, like, before we would go on for announcements, we would, like, mess around and do, like, these fun little dances, or we would make inside jokes, and we would start laughing beforehand. And so we had to sit there for a minute and just take a deep breath and then go on and hope we wouldn't laugh. Now, you see, after I was off, I would always laugh and mess up Haley. And I'm so sorry, but that was fun. That was part of the fun.
We have enjoyed bringing you all of the news for this year, from warning pledges and announcements when the speakers were way too loud,
Or way too quiet.
Glad we got that figured out.
To catching all the action on football games.
From weekly coaches shows where we covered most of all our sports,
Thanks COVID-19.
To Friday news shows where we brought a little spice to your life.
We started a podcast. Well, I quit halfway through, but that's not the point.
Even jumped into sports radio.
This year has been pretty snazzy, and we're thankful that you came along.
This is Spencer, and I'll see y'all next year.
This has been Cole Sellers with Panther News, and I'll see you next year.
I'm Sydney Farr, and this has been Panther News.
I'm Jade Gaither, and it's been a great ride.
I'm Caleb Virgins. Adios.
I'm Clark Smith, and I hope I see you all next year.
I'm Chloe Olson, and that's what you missed on Glee. I mean Panther TV.
Go 2 and go Panthers.
I'm Ron Fletcher Newman. You stay classy, Midlothian. Who put that on the teleprompter?
I'm Haley, and you're watching Disney Channel. I'm Haley, and you're watching Panther Media.